I had just gotten off work and was about to eat when something huge happened outside. I quickly went out to check and saw that everyone was looking up at the sky. I followed their gaze and saw a massive, dark cloud in the distance. Curious, I ran to the backyard, trying to get a better look. But the closer I got to the eye of the storm, the stronger the wind became. What was even stranger was that the wind was actually being pulled back toward the eye of the storm. A faint glow could still be seen deep inside the clouds, hinting that this was no ordinary event. Sure enough, the next second, the violent wind suddenly stopped. All the noise around us vanished in an instant. It was as if someone had hit the mute button on the world, and right then,
it's okay.
just as I finished speaking, the lightning began to strike even harder. At first, I tried to stay calm and comfort my daughter, telling her it was nothing. Then a bolt of lightning struck right in front of us. I quickly grabbed my daughter and ran back into the house. At that moment, they still had not truly realized how serious the situation was.
It's okay. You're fine.
He hid right behind our house.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna hit there again. Okay, because lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. Shit!
My daughter and I hurried under the table to hide. Outside the window, the lightning kept striking the exact same spot again and again. After a long time, the lightning finally began to settle down. I went downstairs and only then discovered that every electronic device in the house had stopped working. At the same time, the street outside had already fallen into chaos. Broken down cars were parked randomly along the road, and panic was spreading quickly through the crowd. In the crowd, I found my son Robbie, who had rushed back home. After hearing what he said, I learned that the lightning had struck the same spot near the church on Lincoln Avenue 26 times in a row. A deep crater had already been blasted into the ground. I told Robbie to go home first and look after his sister, while I headed to Lincoln Avenue to see what was going on. By the time he arrived, Lincoln Avenue was already packed with people. I pushed my way into the crowd and saw that the crater created by the lightning was still giving off waves of heat. The broken stones scattered around it had also turned crystalline from the extreme temperature. Just then, someone suddenly noticed that the crater was shaking. Before anyone could react, the ground began cracking outward rapidly from the crater. Two police officers tried to clear the crowd of onlookers, but most people still stood where they were, watching. Then the cracks in the ground suddenly spread even faster. The church was torn in half by a massive pulling force. The moment the top of the church crashed into the crater, the ground rose and fell like it was breathing. Then the ground collapsed with a thunderous crash, as if something was forcing its way up from underground. A car parked on the roadside had just slid into the crater when, in the next second, it was launched back out by some strange force. Then the crowd saw a gigantic object slowly rise from the crater. Only then did I finally see it clearly. It was a huge steel machine with 3 legs. Someone tried to record the scene, but the next second, that person was killed by the laser fired from the tripod machine. The laser seemed to have some kind of disintegrating effect. Anyone hit by it would instantly turn into ash. I realized the situation was completely out of control and immediately sprinted back home. The buildings behind me collapsed and broke apart the moment the laser touched them, turning into ruins. When I got home, I collapsed onto the floor and could not say a word. The children saw the gray-white powder all over me and could not help asking what had happened. I did not explain. I walked into the bathroom. I did not want to believe that everything I had just seen was real, but the ash covering my body had already told the truth. After I calmed down, I immediately started packing. Before leaving, I also took the revolver I had kept for years. By then, people on the streets had also begun fleeing in every direction. I took the kids to my friend's auto repair shop, planning to drive away in a car that had just been fixed. My friend tried to stop me. I said it straight out.
Get in, Manny, or you're gonna die. Okay. Get out of the truck. I'm not kidding now. Get out of the car, Ray.
As soon as I finished speaking, the street behind us lit up with fire. I shut the car door, drove around my friend, and left without looking back. And my friend, behind us, was instantly turned into ash by the laser. Not long after, I brought the kids to my ex-wife's house, but there was no one there. To stay safe, I decided that we would hide in the basement for the night. But unexpectedly, late that night, something still happened.
Is the lightning back?
This is something else.
The flashes of light outside came faster and faster, and the basement began shaking violently. I realized danger was getting close, so I immediately took the kids and hid in the storage room. That was how we barely escaped with our lives.